We are often captivated by the breathtaking scenery depicted in films, particularly those that transport us to distant, imaginary worlds. The sweeping landscapes of alien planets, crafted with dazzling special effects, can stir a profound sense of wonder within us. We marvel at their sheer scale and otherworldly beauty, maybe even feeling a pang of longing for a reality that seems so far beyond our reach. These cinematic visions ignite our imagination, showing us realms of impossible mountains and oceans of strange hues. But what if I told you that you don't need a spaceship or a portal to another dimension to witness sights that will leave you utterly breathless? Our own planet, Earth, cradles wonders so extraordinary they rival any fictional landscape. It's a world teeming with spectacles that defy belief, places sculpted by nature and human ingenuity into forms of almost surreal beauty. Is it the world's highest sky corridor waterfall walkway in China, a glass path suspended among the clouds? Or the mesmerizing ribbon-like Rui Bridge that seems to float in the mist? Could it be the crater of fire in the heart of a desert, aptly dubbed the door to hell? In this journey we are about to embark on together, I will bring you to these unbelievably fascinating places. These are sights that, if not for the unblinking eye of the camera, you might be convinced were mere fantasy. They are testaments to the incredible power and artistry of our world, waiting to be discovered. So I invite you now to get your awesome-ometers ready. Let us prepare to have our perceptions of reality challenged as we dive into these truly amazing places. Our first destination takes us high into the mist-shrouded mountains of Guangdong, China. Here, human ambition has reached for the sky, creating a structure that seems to belong in a dream. It is the world's highest sky corridor waterfall walkway, an architectural marvel suspended over a breathtaking precipice. Its design is truly unique, resembling a pair of giant tennis rackets extending out from the cliff face, their strings made of crystal-clear glass. To step onto this platform is to feel as though you are walking on air itself. The walkway is perched at an astonishing height of 500 meters, or over 1,600 feet, above the valley floor. From this vantage point, the world unfolds below in a tapestry of green, but the true spectacle is the waterfall. A colossal cascade, the largest in the region, thunders down from the circular opening at the end of the walkway. The roar of the water, combined with the sheer drop visible through the glass beneath your feet, creates an experience that is both exhilarating and humbling. It is a powerful reminder of nature's force, framed by human artistry. As if the height and the view were not thrilling enough, the experience is enhanced with special effects designed to quicken the pulse. As one walks along the glass panels, motion sensors trigger the sound of glass cracking, an auditory illusion that adds a jolt of adrenaline to the serene beauty surrounding you. It's a playful, yet heart-stopping trick that makes every step an adventure. This walkway is not merely a viewpoint. It is an interactive performance where you are the central player, suspended between the earth and the sky. When night falls, the sky corridor undergoes a magical transformation. A dazzling array of lights illuminates the structure, turning it into a glowing beacon against the dark mountain silhouette. The waterfall becomes a shimmering curtain of liquid light, its spray catching the colors in a vibrant, dancing mist. It is a symphony of light, water, and architecture, a testament to what can be achieved when human creativity dares to complement the grandeur of the natural world. It is a place that must be seen to be believed, a racket-shaped portal to the heavens. From the man-made wonders of the mountains, our journey now takes us to the warm, turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, specifically to the southwestern tip of the island of Mauritius. Off the coast of Le Morne, Brabant, a dramatic basaltic monolith, lies a phenomenon that appears to defy the very laws of physics. From the air, it looks as though a colossal waterfall is plunging into the depths of the ocean itself, a river in the sea cascading into an underwater abyss. This breathtaking spectacle, however, is not what it seems. It is a masterful optical illusion, a trick of the light and the currents painted on a vast submarine canvas. What our eyes perceive as a waterfall is, in reality, a powerful flow of sand and silt being pulled from the higher coastal shelf down into the much deeper waters of the ocean's floor. The island of Mauritius sits on a relatively shallow shelf, which abruptly ends and drops off to depths of thousands of meters. The illusion is created by the relentless action of the ocean's currents. These powerful streams of water drive the sand from the beaches and the shallow plateau over the edge of this submarine cliff. The various shades of blue in the water, from the pale turquoise of the lagoon to the deep sapphire of the open ocean, enhance the perception of depth and movement. It creates a three-dimensional image of a torrent of water, complete with what looks like white foam, which is merely the lighter-colored sand being churned and pulled into the darker void. To witness this is to appreciate the planet's capacity for creating art. It is a geological and oceanographic process that by sheer chance mimics a feature we associate with land. The best, and indeed only, way to truly appreciate this grand illusion is from above, by helicopter or seaplane. From that perspective, one can see the full scale of this natural trompe-l'oeil, a silent, slow-motion cascade that has been flowing for millennia, a secret waterfall hidden in plain sight within the vastness of the sea. We now travel to the border between the United States and Canada, to a place where the sheer power of water is on its most dramatic and thunderous display, Niagara Falls. This is not a single waterfall, but a majestic trio of cascades, the Horseshoe Falls, the American Falls, and the smaller Bridal Veil Falls. Together, they form a natural wonder of immense scale and force. The sound alone is overwhelming, a constant deep roar that vibrates through your very core, a testament to the immense volume of water that plummets over its edge. Every second, an almost unimaginable volume of water, over 3,160 tons, makes its way over the crest. This colossal flow is the result of the Niagara River draining 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, a journey that culminates in this spectacular plunge. The falls were formed around 12,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age, as meltwater from the retreating glaciers carved its way through the Niagara escarpment, slowly eroding the rock to create the magnificent spectacle we see today. The green hue of the water is a result of dissolved minerals and finely ground rock, a signature of its powerful erosive journey. The raw power and beauty of Niagara have long captured the human imagination, attracting not just tourists, but also daredevils. Since the 19th century, people have attempted to conquer the falls in various, often perilous ways. From Annie Edson Taylor, the first person to go over the falls in a barrel and survive, to tightrope walkers who have traversed the gorge on a thin wire, Niagara has been a stage for acts of incredible bravery and, at times, sheer folly. These stories are woven into the history of the falls, adding a layer of human drama to the natural spectacle. Today, one can experience the falls in numerous ways, each offering a unique perspective on their grandeur. You can stand on the brink and feel the ground tremble, or take a boat tour into the basin and be enveloped in the dense, swirling mist, feeling the spray on your face. At night, the falls are illuminated in a rainbow of colors, transforming the roaring water into a vibrant, ethereal light show. Niagara Falls is more than just a waterfall. It is a living, breathing force of nature, a place of profound power and enduring wonder. Our path now leads us back to China, to the Shengxianju Valley in Zhejiang province, where an extraordinary structure seems to have been woven from fantasy itself. This is the Ruyi Bridge, a marvel of modern engineering that appears to float effortlessly among the mountain peaks. Its design is unlike any other bridge on Earth, composed of 3 undulating, wave-like walkways, parts of which are made of glass. It twists and turns like a jade ribbon tossed into the air. The name Ruyi comes from a traditional Chinese ceremonial scepter, a curved object symbolizing good fortune, and the bridge's form elegantly echoes this ancient shape. Suspended 140 meters, or nearly 460 feet, above a deep, verdant ravine, the Ruyi Bridge is not for the faint of heart. Walking across its 100-meter length is an experience that blends awe with a distinct thrill. The partially glass-bottomed decks offer dizzying views directly down into the chasm below, making you feel as if you are suspended in mid-air. The bridge sways gently with the wind and the movement of people, a subtle reminder of its precarious position high above the valley floor. The design itself is a work of art. The intertwining pathways create a sense of movement and fluidity, contrasting beautifully with the solid, ancient mountains that surround it. When the frequent mists roll into the valley, the bridge takes on an even more surreal quality. It seems to disappear and reappear through the clouds, its graceful curves materializing out of the white haze like a mythical creature. It's no wonder that when images of the bridge first appeared online, many people were convinced they were digitally created, a fabrication from a video game or fantasy film. Crossing the Ruyi Bridge is a journey of the senses. It's the feeling of the cool mountain air, the breathtaking panorama of the karst landscape, the unnerving yet fascinating view through the glass floor, and the sense of accomplishment upon reaching the other side. It represents a harmonious blend of nature and human imagination, a destination that challenges our perceptions of what is possible and offers a truly unforgettable perspective on the world from a vantage point that, until recently, was reserved only for the birds. It is rare that an airport is considered a destination in its own right, but our next stop is precisely that. We travel to the island nation of Singapore, to the Jewel Changi Airport. This is not merely a place of transit. It is a breathtaking architectural wonder, a multi-award-winning lifestyle hub that has redefined the very concept of an airport. Designed by the renowned architect Moshe Safdie, its most striking feature is a magnificent toroidal, or donut-shaped facade made of glass and steel, a gleaming jewel that houses a world of natural beauty within. At the heart of the jewel is the HSBC Rain Vortex, the world's tallest indoor waterfall. It is a mesmerizing sight. A torrent of water cascades 40 meters, or 130 feet, from an oculus in the roof, plunging through the central atrium in a shimmering cylindrical curtain. The sound of the falling water echoes through the space, creating a calming, natural ambiance that is a world away from the usual hustle and bustle of an airport terminal. The vortex is not just for show. It helps to cool the environment and collects rainwater to be reused throughout the building. Surrounding the rain vortex is the Shiseido Forest Valley, a lush, terraced indoor rainforest that spans 4 stories. It is home to thousands of trees and shrubs from around the world, creating a verdant paradise where travelers can wander along winding trails and relax amidst the greenery. It is an extraordinary feat to cultivate such a thriving ecosystem inside a building, offering a tranquil escape for those with time to spare between flights. You can feel the humidity and smell the rich earth, completely forgetting you are inside one of the world's busiest transport hubs. The experience is a complete sensory immersion. At night, the rain vortex transforms into a canvas for a spectacular light and sound show, with projections dancing upon the cascading water. From canopy bridges suspended high in the forest to hedge mazes and art installations, the Jewel Changi Airport is designed to inspire wonder and delight at every turn. It is a bold statement that travel is not just about the destination, but also about the beauty and joy that can be found in the journey itself. We now journey north to the dramatic southern coast of Iceland, to a place where fire and ice have conspired to create a landscape of stark, otherworldly beauty. This is Reynisfjara Beach, a shoreline that defies the typical image of golden sands and gentle waves. Here the sand is a deep, polished black, a testament to the island's volcanic soul. This is not sand in the traditional sense, but rather the finely eroded remnants of basalt lava, poured out from nearby volcanoes over millennia and ground down by the relentless pounding of the North Atlantic. The beach is framed by one of its most iconic features, the Reynes Drangar sea stacks. These are towering, jagged columns of basalt that rise menacingly from the turbulent ocean. According to local legend, these stacks are the petrified remains of two trolls who were caught by the rising sun as they tried to drag a three-masted ship to shore. Geologically, they are the eroded remnants of a once larger cliff, standing as solitary sentinels against the powerful waves that endlessly crash against their base. Lining the beach itself is another geological wonder, a cliff face composed of perfectly formed hexagonal basalt columns known as gardar. They look as if they were carved by a giant, forming a natural pyramid-like structure that you can climb and explore. These columns were formed by the slow, even cooling of a thick lava flow, which caused it to crack into these remarkable geometric patterns. The symmetry and order of the columns provide a stunning contrast to the chaotic, churning white foam of the sea. Visiting Reynes is a powerful, humbling experience. The beauty here is wild, raw, and untamed. The waves, known as sneaker waves, are notoriously unpredictable and dangerous, a stark reminder of nature's formidable power. The stark contrast of the black sand, the white surf, the green moss on the dark cliffs, and the often grey sky creates a monochromatic palette that is both haunting and profoundly beautiful. It is a landscape that feels ancient and elemental, a place where you can feel the immense geological forces that continue to shape our planet. From the cold, dramatic shores of Iceland, we now transport ourselves to the gentle, verdant slopes of southern India. Our destination is Munnar, a town nestled in the Western Ghats mountain range in the state of Kerala. The landscape here is a world away from volcanic rock and crashing waves. It is a serene panorama of rolling hills, all meticulously carpeted with the vibrant green of tea plantations. As far as the eye can see, the contoured slopes are covered in a seemingly endless blanket of neatly trimmed tea bushes, creating a soothing, geometric pattern that is simply mesmerizing. Munnar's name is believed to mean three rivers, a reference to the confluence of the Madhurapuja, Nalathani, and Kundali rivers that meet here. Situated at an altitude of around 1,600 meters, or 5,200 feet, above sea level, the town enjoys a cool, refreshing climate that made it a favored summer resort for the British rulers of the past. This elevation and climate are what make it perfect for the cultivation of tea, and the legacy of the British-era plantations defines the region's character and economy to this day. This tranquil region is also a hotspot of biodiversity. The surrounding hills and national parks are home to several threatened and endemic species, including the Nilgiri tahr, a type of mountain goat. But perhaps the most famous natural spectacle is the blooming of the Neelakurinji flower. This rare shrub paints the hillsides in a breathtaking shade of blue, but it does so only once every 12 years. This cyclical event draws visitors from all over the world who come to witness the mountains transform into a sea of purplish blue. To visit Munnar is to step into a world of profound tranquility. It's the crisp, clean air, fragrant with the scent of tea leaves and eucalyptus. It's the sight of the early morning mist weaving through the valleys and clinging to the hillsides, slowly revealing the emerald landscape as the sun rises. It's the gentle pace of life, the quietude of the plantations, and the overwhelming sense of peace that pervades the entire region. Munnar is not a place of dramatic thrills, but of deep, restorative beauty, a green sanctuary for the soul, Our journey now takes us to the high-altitude Altiplano of Bolivia, to a landscape so vast and surreal, it feels like stepping onto another planet. This is Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. Spanning over 10,000 square kilometers, this immense expanse of white salt crystals was formed from the remnants of prehistoric lakes that evaporated long ago. Under the harsh Andean sun, the ground stretches to the horizon in a blindingly white hexagonal pattern of cracked salt crust. The sheer scale of the salar is difficult to comprehend. It is so flat and so vast that it is used by satellites to calibrate their distance measuring equipment. In the dry season, it is a stark, minimalist desert of salt, dotted with strange islands, like Isla Incahuasi, which are covered in giant, ancient cacti. These towering plants, some over 900 years old, provide a bizarre and striking contrast to the flat, white emptiness that surrounds them, standing as silent witnesses to the passage of time. But it is during the rainy season, typically from December to April, that the Salar de Uyuni undergoes its most magical transformation. A thin layer of water covers the salt flat, turning it into the world's largest natural mirror. The water perfectly reflects the sky above, creating an illusion where the horizon completely disappears. To stand here is to feel as if you are floating in a space between two skies, a boundless void of clouds and blue. The effect is profoundly disorienting and utterly beautiful. This otherworldly landscape has not gone unnoticed by filmmakers. Its unique, alien appearance made it the perfect filming location for the mineral planet of Crate in the movie Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Driving across the mirrored surface, with the sky reflected both above and below, is an experience that truly feels like traveling through another galaxy. Salar de Uyuni is a place of extremes, a landscape of brilliant light and profound emptiness that plays with perception and leaves an indelible mark on all who witness its surreal beauty. For our final destination, we travel to the Navajo lands of Arizona in the American Southwest, to a place where water and wind have sculpted stone into a masterpiece of flowing art. This is Antelope Canyon, a slot canyon renowned for its ethereal beauty. From the surface, there is little to indicate the wonder that lies beneath, just a crack in the desert floor. But descending into the canyon is like entering a different world, a subterranean cathedral carved from sandstone. The canyon was formed over countless centuries by the power of flash floods. Rushing water, carrying sand and debris, has carved and smoothed the Navajo sandstone into flowing wave-like shapes. The walls are a tapestry of curves and arches, so fluid they look as though they might have been shaped from clay, not solid rock. The texture of the stone is smooth to the touch, and the colors shift in a palette of deep reds, oranges, and purples, changing with the angle of the light. What makes Antelope Canyon truly magical, however, are the light beams. At certain times of the day, typically around midday in the summer, shafts of direct sunlight penetrate the narrow openings at the top of the canyon. These beams of light cut through the dusty, cool air, illuminating the canyon floor in brilliant, focused spotlights. The effect is breathtakingly beautiful, turning the already stunning chamber into a sacred, glowing space. It is a fleeting, celestial performance that lasts for only a short while each day. This interplay of light and shadow, form and color, has made Antelope Canyon a paradise for photographers. Capturing the way the light reflects and bounces off the curved walls, creating a soft, ambient glow, is a rewarding challenge. The canyon is more than just a geological formation. It is a living gallery of natural sculpture, constantly changing with the light and the seasons. To walk through its narrow, winding passages is to be humbled by the patient artistry of nature, and to witness a beauty that is both intimate and immense. And so our journey across the globe comes to a close, but the wonder, I hope, remains. We have walked on air in China, witnessed an ocean fall into itself, felt the thunder of Niagara, and crossed a bridge of good fortune. We have explored a forest inside an airport, and stood on the shores of a black sand beach. We have found peace in the emerald hills of Munnar, floated between two skies in Bolivia, and walked through a canyon sculpted by light. Our planet is an endless gallery of such marvels. Now I turn the journey over to you. Of all the unbelievable places we have visited today, which one truly blew your mind the most? Was it the raw power of nature, or the audacity of human creation that captivated you? I would love to read your thoughts, so please share them in the comments below. And if you have been fortunate enough to visit any of these incredible spots, or if you know of other hidden gems that belong on this list, please tell us your story. Let's continue the exploration together in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this incredible adventure. The world is filled with sights that challenge our imagination and deepen our appreciation for this beautiful home we all share. If you enjoyed this journey and wish to discover more of the amazing places our planet has to offer, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. There are always more wonders waiting just around the corner. Until next time, keep exploring.